What's up, everyone? Monday, January 13th. My name is Peter Loshak. We happy few. National Championship in college football. Shout out to everyone waiting for me to come on. Different start time today. I made it a different start time today because I wanted to obviously get the 7:30 MEAC games that are going to have half times in about 40 minutes. I also wanted to take a look at the BU Loyola Maryland halftime, which is coming up in a few minutes, but that one is looking like it's going to be a complete pass. Regular viewers of this show know that these kinds of first half results often result in, not always, but often result in a complete pass for me on the halftime lines. But we'll see. We'll see what the actual score is at halftime and what the lines are being offered. It's possible that there would be a play there, but highly unlikely. But that's why we're starting today at 7:40 p.m. Eastern time. Shout out to everyone. My name is Peter Loshak. Hope you're having a good time already in the first few minutes of this show. Last week, some ups and downs, but overall, a solid week, a winning week. Friday, of course, was a small card, but a winning day, which I really needed. I'm happy for that. So overall, I'm up solidly on the year. I will update my record soon. It's about 5% ROI flat and about 7.5%, 8% ROI weighted, which is obviously significantly down from the explosive start that I had in the first few shows, first week or two of the shows, but a lot closer to what I was hoping for, expecting for, and I do believe that what you're seeing right now in terms of results is something that is sustainable long term. That's a bold statement for a handicapper to make, to have a record documented and public and verifiable that is positive, and to make the claim that it is sustainable long term. But that is the claim that I am making right now, right here in front of all of you. I told you that my 20% ROI or whatever it was after the first few shows or week or whatever was not sustainable, and I was right. Right now, though, 5% ROI flat, 8% ROI weighted. That might be sustainable. I might be able to do that through the end of March. We'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. Shout out to everyone who's watching right now. Kyle Leith, Rich G, Alex Quayle, David Hutton. What's up, MEAC? Yes, the turtleneck, Brandon Lease. A lot of people say, like, Peter, you seem like so smart, and you're so good with numbers and everything, so you must not be superstitious at all. They're wrong. I am superstitious. Hell yeah. I'm superstitious. If I wear something for good luck and I do well that day, I wear it again until the luck runs out. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. Why do I if I say I'm wearing a turtleneck for good luck and I have a winning day that day, and then I'm going to keep wearing it for, the rest of my shows until I have a losing day? Why do I do that? I don't know. Part of it is that I know it's fun and entertaining. Yeah, I'm superstitious. So I'm wearing this turtleneck until I have a losing day, which could possibly be also, it's not unthinkable that I could not have another losing day again in this show all the way through March. And if that's the case, then I guess one way or another, I'll have to figure out a way to wear this turtleneck every single day. But I'm wearing it again. I said I was wearing it for good luck on Friday. I had a nice winning day there. I'm wearing it again today. Adam Lastman, shout out to you. Adam Lastman, a guy who is very anti-religion. I hear you. Adam Lastman, you might be a little bit, upset and disturbed to hear that I'm superstitious. And if that disturbs you, Adam Lastman, I don't blame you. And I wouldn't blame you if you stopped watching the show. Like, I can't watch some handicapper who admits that he's superstitious and then take his advice. You know what I'm saying, Adam Lastman? Shout out to you. He says, Clemson cover and take the over. I've had a lot of, even though people know that I'm not going to bet this game, I've still had people hitting me up with tips. I'd say that I've had more people tell me that they like Clemson than LSU, although I've had a few people say they like LSU, and those people were like a bunch of weeks ago, or a bunch of, days ago, closer to further away from kickoff. Most of the recent tips that I've gotten have been favoring Clemson. We'll see how it turns out. I've definitely had people saying take Clemson in the over, so maybe the Clemson team total over might be worth a shot right now. If you gave me a free play right now on the game based purely on the free advice that has come my way over the past few days, I guess I'd throw it on the Clemson team total over. A lot of people seem to be liking the over. I would say more people than not seem to be liking Clemson. What would the Clemson team total be? Like the 30 and a half, 31, something like that? If you gave me a free play right now, that's probably what I would put it on, based purely on the free advice that I've gotten over the past few days. Alex Quayle says LSU team total under was 37 and a half down to 36. Yeah. Maybe the old favoring a side, agnostic on the total, hedge on the team totals might be worth a shot here. The Clemson team total over, LSU team total under. I do that a lot with my second half stuff. You might be able to read between the lines. Usually if I say that I like a side a lot and agnostic on the total or nothing really strong on the total, I'm usually on one of the team totals, if not both of the team totals, right? The team total over for the side that I like and the team total under for the side that I'm betting against. Matt Thurney says, what's up, Peter? Always great to listen. Thank you very much, Matt Thurney's Deer Slayer Ski. Shout out to you. Brandon Lease, the turtleneck. Let's go. Kyle Lee says, thanks for being on tonight. You're very welcome. Kyle Lease. Deer Slayer Ski, hope you had a relaxing weekend, Pete. Yeah, I ready for business. Yes. I think I'll be 100% ready for business by tomorrow. Right now, I'm still a little bit in decompression mode from the intensity of last week. I'm 85% ready for business right now, though. Let's just look at some of the pregame stuff I'm happy to share with you. The Loyola Maryland game is still not at halftime yet. I'm happy to share with you what I did on the pregame stuff. I did take a shot with, what did I do? Yeah, I took a shot with the Grambling team total under. Took a shot with the Grambling team total under. Let me just find my numbers here again. I like the under on that one, 141, and a lean to Alcorn State. And I took a shot with the Grambling team total under at about 72. I think it's a game where if Grambling State does get a strong cover, it's probably because they imposed their preferred pace, which is a slow down pace, and I could easily see Grambling State getting a comfortable cover and the game going way under, and the Grambling State team total under cashing despite a big cover by Grambling State. Right? Could also see, of course, Alcorn State winning outright, and the game maybe sneaking over, but the Grambling State team total under sneaking under as well. So I took a shot with that. Grambling under at a 72, and the total on that one, a small shot with that one as well at 141. What else was I liking a little bit? Also liking a little bit the Coppin State team total under. The Coppin State team total under. Took a shot with that as well. Small shots, very small shots. All my pregame stuff is very modest and very small, and always with an eye towards what I might do at halftime. Right? I've discussed this before. Also, kind of liking Arkansas Pine Bluff, +6 or 6.5. No opinion on the total, but liking Arkansas Pine Bluff a little bit. Let me pull up my numbers to maybe give you, if you care, give you a little bit of insight into why. Shout out to everyone watching on this Monday night with the championship game about to kick off in 10 minutes. Appreciate everything everyone does and says and doesn't say and thinks watching my show. I do my best. I do my best in all ways on this show, which some days, some nights results in a home run. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Other days, a nice strong fly out. Other days, a weak pop out. I can admit it. I think overall my percentage of successful shows is something I can be proud of, though. Yeah, I do think this is going to be a relatively low scoring game. I think these buckets are going to be valuable. Not that I like the under, but I think that the total is pretty close to on, and that if it's higher scoring, that'll benefit Pine Bluff. And I took Pine Bluff +6. So those are some of my thoughts on the upcoming games. Pine Bluff plus the points. Grambling State team total under. Coppin State team total under. And in the 7:30 games, the only thing I really liked a bit was Delaware State plus the points. A little bit on that one as well. Portland State, Montana, leaning Montana, even at 6.5. Didn't bet it yet, though, and probably won't. But it's a borderline tiny play for me. Montana minus the points against Portland State. All right. We are just going to wait for the 7:30 MEAC games to get to halftime, and then we're gonna close this show up very fast right after that, because I know everyone wants to watch friggin' Clemson, LSU. So do I, right? I didn't even bet it. I wasn't excited about it until like 3 o'clock this afternoon. And then I had to admit I was excited about it. So I'm running out to watch it myself, even though I don't have a bet on it and have no idea what's going on, other than that in general, Clemson's a pretty damn good program. I know that. People are going to be asking my opinion. I'm telling them, I don't know, man. Clemson's a good program. So is LSU, though. I'm going to tell them what my associates all over gambling Twitter hit me up with, free advice-wise. All right, let's look for some quick comments, and then we'll just take a quick glance at BU Loyola, Maryland. Shout out to everyone. LOI, sorry you're so late again. No problem at all. If you want to make it up to me, tell your sister and your mama and your girlfriend and your everyone at your high school reunion to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Then I'll be able to do a bunch of other things when I get to if I get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be nice. LOI or anyone else watching. Leonard Porsche Jr., I feel like you're in the zone tonight, Pete. Good vibes, good energy. Yeah, well, I'm wearing what might be a magic garment in this turtleneck from the 90s, Gap turtleneck from the 90s. Also, I'm pretty well rested. And also, in general, Mondays historically are my good days when it comes to sports betting. Although, also, historically, whenever I say something good about my handicapping, it immediately jinxes it and the opposite happens. So it's entirely possible that this will be a horrible night just because I said that I'm so good on Mondays historically. And once again, to repeat what I said earlier in this show, yep, I'm superstitious. You damn Skippy. Yep, I'm superstitious. But I also understand advanced stats and advanced math. Yep. So, how do those two square? I don't know. But I understand advanced stats, and I'm superstitious. That's all I got to say. Dear Slayer Ski says, Pete, I work for OTB. I'll have them all subscribed. That's awesome. Yes, do that. And tell them to tune in once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Boston, Loyola, Maryland. All right, let's check it out. I'm almost certain that I'm not going to have anything on this one. Pre-game, I had nothing on either the side or the total. Complete pass for me. I thought the lines were dead on. Obviously, I was wrong. BU is obviously the far superior team. I had some situational stuff that told me it might have been a little bit trappy. And so it was just a pass. Obviously, I shouldn't have paid attention to that situational stuff. I overthought myself a little bit on that one. The numbers strongly favored BU, but I had some other things that I look at that indicated that, it might have been a little bit of a trap. I should usually just trust my numbers. And in this case, the numbers strongly favored BU. And that's why I tend to do so well in February, because I start to trust my numbers a lot more in February. The numbers start to be much stronger in February, and then it's all about the numbers. But let's take a look at this. All right, so I'm maybe I should start trusting the numbers a little bit. Not that the other stuff I look at isn't also based on numbers, but it's less direct. It's more indirect. All right, let's see what we got here. Quickly take a glance at this one. BU and Loyola, Maryland. Loyola, Maryland minus 1.5 and 74.5. All right. What did the numbers say? Oof. Jesus. Yeah, the numbers like BU again, just a little bit. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Slightly into the under, not bettable. Slightly into BU, not bettable. Slightly into Loyola, Maryland. Team total under 38, which, according to the numbers, is bettable, but in a very tiny way. No play. Let me just look at one thing right here. Hold on one second. Yeah, no play. The least weak play out of all the plays, the numbers are indicating here would be the Loyola Maryland team total under 38. But even that is extremely weak. Not bettable. I'm not betting it. And it's going to be a complete pass for me. Yeah, sorry. I know you all would have loved to hit something big on that one, but can't force it, right? Cannot force it. Well, you can force it, but then you'll be sorry. Shout out to everyone. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Please hit the like button if you don't mind, if you haven't hit it already. Nello I, last week play Loyola Maryland team total under 30. Pete is not betting it. Yeah, no, 38. Nello I, 38. For the love of God. 38, not 30. I'm looking at people commenting here. Nello I, great show. Thank you very much. Nello I, Dear Slayer Ski. Shout out to you. Andrew Ollinger says a lot of Twitter people, it seems, are on Clemson +5. That's just what I've seen. Yeah. I mean, I've had more people late tell me they like Clemson, plus the points and the over. So maybe the Clemson team total over would be the best play here. Shout out to Leonard Porsche. Nello I says I'm batting 700 as far as my hit percentage with these shows. That's a nice percentage. Not bad. Not the best. Far from the worst, though. Let's see. All right. So Nello I says, I took Boston, then found out the injured player and cashed out and took Loyola. Okay. So there is an injured player for Boston. Yeah, I don't because of the way that I process this, I actually don't look at injuries at halftime, although I should. But I try to get into the habit of not looking at it so that I can have a process that works even when I don't look at it. But that's interesting. Who's injured for Boston? I'd like to know. Shout out to you, Nello I, for hitting us up with that information. Which one is it? And again, a lot of times, certain teams are affected by injuries in a different way than others. A road team up by this amount, though, yeah, is probably not going to be fighting to protect their 30-point lead. That's good information there, Nello I. Who's injured? Who's injured? Alex Quayle, a couple of casino employees on Twitter are talking about a major liability from the public on LSU, but everything I've seen and read today is saying Clemson. Yeah, although I'll tell you this, Alex Quayle, yes, when it comes to, even like your average NBA card or whatever, what you see on Twitter is probably roughly indicative of where the book's action is and what their liability is. When it comes to things like the Super Bowl, though, huge events, the college football championship game, the Super Bowl, massive events, that's not necessarily the case. The action on the huge events is actually overwhelming. And the Super Bowl is actually, known to be one of the few sporting events where public action can absolutely overwhelm sharp action as far as line movements are concerned. People assume that, the lines for the Super Bowl are incredibly sharp because everyone's looking at it, everyone's paying attention. It's actually not quite the case. And the reason is because there's so much public money that comes in on the Super Bowl and games like the college football championship as well, that public action actually has a bigger effect on those lines, can have a bigger effect on those lines than your standard issue game, even a big game during the regular season. So yeah, if the casino employees say they have a major liability from the public on LSU, but you've seen, your recommended Twitter feed and your Twitter posts saying they like Clemson, I would definitely tend to trust the casino employees over whatever you happen to be seeing on Twitter. Alex Quayle, apparently this championship has largest handle of all time. Well, that wouldn't, be a surprise at all, considering that, the legalization of sports betting, not to mention inflation. Nello I says, sorry, player was out and then played. Okay. Alex Quayle, why would the House Casino put out a video like that? You mean talking about their action? Why would they put out a video talking about their action? Is that your question? Why would the House talk about the bets that they've taken? There's this idea that everything that goes on behind the scenes is secret, and certainly some of it is. The important stuff is, but the action that they take. I mean, these, in general, the bookies have such huge confidence in the stupidity of the general betting public. They know they're going to win no matter what. They know they can they can tell you who the public's betting. They can tell you where the sharp action is on various games. They know that the public in general, overall, is way too stupid to not lose money betting on these games. So, it seems like, they're putting out this valuable information that puts them at risk. And the information is actually valuable to people who know how to use it. But I used to get that question all the time when I did the Into the Weekend shows at my former job. People would say, why would this guy put it out there? And the answer was just simple. He's like, this information that I'm giving out will have a negligible impact on our bottom line. Yeah, there will be some people who will use it profitably and successfully the way it should be used. But in general, the people betting with us are, way too stupid to not lose money long term. And that's how they see it. Yeah. It also increases attention. And the more that people think that they have an edge, the more they're likely to bet. So in general, it increases people's perception that they know what's going on. That helps the action. Most books just want as high volume as they can, because they can they know how to manage their risk. They can balance out their risk easily close to kickoff, and it's not a big deal. Let's see, what else do we have here? LOI, hey, wait, Pete, where's the coffee? It's here. It's done. I don't have any. I was like, it's just 4 MEAC games. I don't need any coffee. But in retrospect, I did. I probably did. But that's all right. The MEAC games will be coming up in about 10 or 12 minutes. And then we'll wrap this up. Prepare for tomorrow. A nice slate of games tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to hopefully another winning week. I would love to get into the double digits, though, with my weighted ROI. That would just be such a nice thing to be able to show people and to say that I did. It's going to be a little tough. I think I can do it, though. Man, these games just started. Yeah, Delaware State hanging with NC-A&T. That was, I like Delaware State plus the points. Once again, the 8 o'clock games. Coppin State team total under. Arkansas Pine Bluff plus the points. And Grambling State team total under and the under in that one. Doing this show solo, baby. Everything's on me. The picks, the entertainment, the education, the hosting, all of it. I'm okay. I'll be all right. Shout out to Nello I. Alex Quayle, I kind of like when there's a small slate on college basketball, more time to pick your brain. Yeah. So once again, the betting markets are so tight, and the betting public in general is so impulsive. And I will say one other thing. This is also true. and the books, for the most part, know this. The main mistake that sports bettors make, and they know this, the main mistake that sports bettors make is not necessarily making EV bets. It's betting too big. Betting too big. And that's why, books prefer to have, small deposits, because they know that that they can't get hurt by those guys, even if they're sharp, because by definition, if they're betting big enough to hurt the book, they're probably overbetting their edge. And of course, doesn't work like that perfectly, because they don't know what the actual bankroll is of the player. But in general, books like small depositors for exactly that reason, because they know that even if the guys do have an edge, they're probably going to overbet their edges anyway, which means that they're going to make negative EG bets, which means sooner or later the account will go to zero. We'll get zeroed out. That's something to keep in mind, though. You know what I mean? Again, books giving out positive EV advice from the bettor's perspective is only half the battle, because just because you have a positive EV play in your pocket does not mean that you're home free. You then also have to bet it appropriately. And if you don't, you have a negative EG bet, long-term you'll lose, and long-term the books will win, even if you have a positive EV play that they gave you. So keep that in mind. That's another reason that the books, don't mind giving out information that could turn a bettor's wagers either more positive EV or less negative EV. Right? Let's see. What do we have here? Yeah, it's true. It's true, LOI. The thing that really makes the books safe long term is not necessarily the negative EV bets of their bettors. Well, they do profile their bettors and figure out obviously who has an edge and who doesn't, or who would be expected to have an edge long term and who doesn't, who wouldn't be expected to have a long term edge. It's bet sizing, right? Let's see. What do we have here? Other comments coming in. Dear Slayer Ski loves the inside speed. Yeah, I hope I expressed what I was trying to express clearly. I hope that made sense. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Learn the difference between EV and EG. EV is expected value. EG is expected growth, right? So if you have a coin flip that is 60% in your favor and you bet it, that's a positive EV bet. It's not necessarily a positive EG bet, right? If you bet too big, it can easily become a negative EG bet, despite the fact that the EV, the expected value, was positive. Very important concept to at least understand and know that it exists. All right, let's see other comments that I want to identify here, and then we'll look at the halftime lines for the MEAC games in a few minutes, and then we'll all be out of here and go watch the Clemson game. Yes, Nello Eyes, put it in the comment section. EV expected value, EG expected growth, meaning bankroll growth. Right? Shamil, would you ever consider working for a sports book, Pete? Sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'd do anything. Who knows what the future will hold? Yes, I would work for a sports book. Of course. You got to keep a roof over your head somehow. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep a roof over your head somehow, including me. Yes, I need a roof over my head. And if I had to work at a sports book to do that, sure. Viral video says, who's the first asshole who gave someone a thumbs down? Someone looking for a Clemson pick? No. I think maybe someone is just jealous of the content that I'm providing here, right? Someone watching the video, watching, feels a little threatened, right? A little jealous, wishing they could do what I do, but they can't. So they give the video a thumbs down. We know what's going on, right? That's what that's all about. Thumbs down. Thumbs down makes me that's when I really start to realize, that's when I really start to think like I might be doing something right here, you know? Other comments coming in. Let's see. Alex Quayle, hate is an informal form of flattery. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm still tired from Friday. I slept all weekend, but I'm still a little tired. Right, let's see where we are. And I have a bad feeling these MEAC games are not going to be coming in at halftime as planned at about 8:15 or so. Let me see. Let's pull them up here. Let me just pull up a sheet or two. This is just a casual, laid-back Monday night show. A weird show because, of course, there's a huge college football game going on. And very minor conferences here. Yeah, what is this? Is this? Oh, come on. They're not even at the 10-minute mark? Is that true, or are these scoreboards slow? They're not even at the 10-minute mark? That means we're going to be here another half hour. Are you kidding me? I mean, we could hang out here another half hour. It's just punctuality. That's why you're a minor conference, MEAC. That's why you're not even a mid-major yet. You lack punctuality. You lack responsibility as a conference. Start the games on time. Yeah, I'm not even seeing the Coppin State game start yet. It's supposed to start at 8 o'clock. Let's see if I can get a live feed. Are these a few games were delayed? All right. Well, I understand if people want to go and do something else, but we're doing the show. We're pot committed to these MEAC halftimes. So we're going to sit on our asses here until they come up. And it's going to be another 20 minutes or so. Right? And there's probably going to be no bets. I mean, Delaware State. I don't know. Morgan State, Bethune-Cookman. Let me just look at what I had here. Yeah, that was another one. I like Bethune-Cookman team total under. That one is looking okay. Bethune-Cookman winning, but very low scoring. I had a lean to Morgan State +5 and the under 150.5. I was almost going to tweet that one out, actually. And Delaware State, they're losing. NCA&T, let me see, hold on. Maryland Eastern Shore game, had nothing. Howard and SC State, slight lean to the Howard team, total under. All right, this might be a challenge. How the hell am I going to keep this show entertaining for another 15 minutes? I don't know. You guys are going to have to help me out here. Let's go. I don't know how a basketball game gets delayed. It's just incompetence. That's why MEAC is a minor conference. Come on. Nello, I like Morgan State -5. Nasty Nate, shout out to you. All right, I guess we're going to have to have like a little unplanned 10 or 15 minute general Q&A. I got no coffee. We got the MEAC games coming up in about 10 or 15 minutes. There might not even be any edges on any of these second halves. Again, you can't force it. I'm still a little bit tired from last week, but I'm rallying. All right. Matt Thurnies, did you say Grambling State team total under? I did. Is that a positive EV play, to say nothing of positive EV, depending on how you bet it? I don't know. I bet it a little bit. Yeah. I bet the Grambling State team total under a little bit. I did. Grambling State, obviously an impressive team. They like to slow things down. Again, I kind of like the under at 141. Small lean to Alcorn State at plus 2.5 as well. And so I took a shot with the Grambling State team total under. Again, could see a comfortable Grambling State cover. Game goes way under, and the Grambling team total under covers as well. Again, though, MEAC totally unpredictable. Probably, at least to a small percent, fixed, right? I mean, come on. But, still the numbers are what they are. They say what they say. And, yeah. My number said small lean to Grambling State team total under. Let's see. Other comments coming in. What was your thoughts on the Astros punishment and then the firing of them? No thoughts. LOI. No thoughts on baseball. I have not even thought about baseball once since, I don't know, early November. No thoughts at all. Gizmo, after the last 2 weeks, my offshore has adjusted my numbers downward on college basketball. Thanks, Pete. What do you mean? They lowered your limits? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. That will happen, No, like, damn it, trying to make conversation. Yeah, this is like an awkward date, So you have just one sister? Cool. Yeah. We're trying to make conversation here. Yeah, after last. Okay, so Gizmo is saying that his numbers, that his limits were lowered on college basketball. For people who might just be learning about being, for newbies. Not that that's a pejorative term, but if you are a newbie, yes, it's what they call a cat and mouse game. And, recreational books, which are most books that don't cater to professional action, and even those that cater to professional action will sometimes do stuff like this. They will ban a player, limit your action in various ways. And, I know it's frustrating. You can take it as a compliment. The other thing to keep in mind, though, is that they kind of have to do that, right? Because if they don't do that, if they don't employ, appropriate risk management techniques, then what happens? Then they risk going out of business. And then what happens? Then you don't get your money anyway, even if you have a winning balance there. So, a book that uses, risk management techniques that that are annoying and unpleasant for you is understandable, and it's just generally part of the cat and mouse game. It definitely happens. If you and certain books are more notorious for being skittish than others, but any book that is quote unquote recreational, which is most books, if you start winning there, long term, they'll probably take action against you. And again, it's nothing personal. If you want to take it as a compliment, you can. It's a complimentary sort of thing to have happen to you, a flattering thing, but it is part of the overall general cat and mouse game. And now I don't know how things are going to change now with the legalization in the States. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? I don't know if that's going to make books more skittish or less skittish, but definitely expect that to happen. There are some books though that profile their players in more advanced ways. So it's not just a matter of how much they might be up or down. And at those books, you might be able to win, if you can avoid being labeled as a likely positive EV player going forward, you can win more than at other places that just will just, ban. Like some places have a hard rule, 10 grand. Anyone who's up 10 grand, they're banned. And that's, that might not be the smartest move, but that's what their move is. And if it works for them long term, it's justifiable, right? Dear Slayer Skis, I'm 42, been betting for 35 years, got banned from Vermont State for betting trotters at 10. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times it's the kind of bets that you make also, if you're betting on MEAC second half lines, for example, that probably means you're a little bit more of a savvy player than someone who's just betting on, NFL sides and totals every Sunday. Lots of different ways that books do it. And, over the years, you hear like ridiculous horror stories. Like people will be like, I know there's one very famous book that I'm not going to name, but one book that was notorious for just like betting, people who admitted like lifetime losers, recreational bettors after like 3 or 4 bets at this one huge book, they would be, they would be banned and they would, be wondering why. They're like, I'm a losing player lifetime. I'm not in any way, shape or form, a pro player or a guy who expects to win long term. But I got banned in this book. And this is the book I'm thinking about right now, which I'm not going to name, but that I'm thinking about is a huge worldwide book. And in general, a lot of the UK books, I don't know if that's still the case now, but in general, a lot of the UK books were notorious for just banning people after 3 bets. Bam. You took 3 straight underdogs. Bam, you're gone. 3 straight underdogs and 2 of them lost. Bam, you're gone. The UK books were notorious for that for many, many, many years. Old timers know what I'm talking about. All right, let's look at these MEAC games. Oh my God, we still got 5-6 minutes to go. You're killing me here. I gotta hold an audience, man. Oh, geez. I'm trying to have a conversation with Nell OI. It's getting all awkward and stilted. He's trying to ask questions. I'm answering in an awkward manner. Then I ask him a question. I don't get a response from him. All right. Let's make this a great show. How can we do this? Hidus Mize, Slow Man. Hello from Finland. Haven't heard from your sweet voice in a long time, Pete. Shout out to you. Hidus Mize. Man, you have the life there. What a wonderful quality of life people in Finland have, man. Oh, geez. Hidus Mias. Hello from Finland. Hello from New York City, Hidus. What a country. Hidus, if you can hook me up with the citizenship any way, shape, or form in Finland, I would appreciate that. If not, no problem. But if you can, I'll be indebted to you for life. LOI, any Scandinavian country, they really know how to live over there. They really know how to have a good time in life. And have productive societies. 8-3, what the fuck is this? Well, it's a second half basketball betting show. This is not really what most of the content usually is like, because usually the shows are more planned out in an expected way. But the halftimes for the MEAC games that we're going to be analyzing here in a few minutes are coming much later than expected. Usually the halftimes come about 45 minutes after first tip. The MEAC games are supposed to be tipping at 7:30, so we were expecting to see the halftime lines about 10 minutes ago. Looks like now we're going to see them maybe in about 10 or 12 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. You might be wondering why everyone's watching this 8-3. Part of it has to do with the fact that my long-term record, big sample size, approaching 200 picks now, is significantly and admirably positive. 8-3. My ROI on my picks bet flat is about 5%. ROI on my picks weighted, I weighed the picks, is about 7.5 or 8%. That means that if you would flat bet every pick that I've given in these shows and on Twitter, you would have won about 5% of the total dollars that you bet. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. It's definitely worse things you could do with your money, Aiden. 8-3. I just got confused when I joined and you were talking about some country. Yeah, to fill the time, which there is obviously a lot of time, I do my absolute best to fill the time in some kind of way that maintains an audience, whether it's jokes, life advice, discussing world events, anything I can do. And I definitely stumble at times, but overall I do an okay job, I think. I don't know what other people do live shows do. You know, I know that they all usually have at least one or two other people in the shows with them. You know, I don't know anyone else who does a live betting show solo. I don't know how those guys fill the time, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? To sit here and do 30 minutes of shtick and keep it relatively, keep it entertaining and engrossing enough to have people sticking around for the meat, which is the halftime lines. It should be coming up very soon. Highness Means, New York, you were coming here many times. I remember those threats from your SBR shows. Yeah. Finland, man, we wanted to do it. We wanted to take it on the road. We wanted to take the Low Bag Show on the road, worldwide. Fate had other plans, I guess you would say, right? Fate had other plans, I guess you would say. Aiden 3, I dropped a sub. Thank you very much, Aiden 3. Definitely appreciate it. And, I don't know. As I said in the beginning of this show, sports betting is very tough to beat. A lot of people fudge their records, right? We know that, right? A lot of people who don't fudge their records but might have had short-term success due to variance claim that that's, what they expect to do long-term, which is dubious. But I'm doing this show because before I started doing it at the beginning of college basketball season, I did think that I would have a decent enough edge on college basketball second half lines long-term to justify doing a show about it. And so far, that has been the case. I did it for a few, weeks at the beginning of the college basketball season, not doing a show, just doing it, privately. Went roughly as I hoped / expected. Then started doing the show and went a little bit better than I hoped / expected. And here we are, January 13th, still doing it. A month later, waiting for some MEAC second half lines to come up and to try to find a little bit more betting value to maybe add a little bit more to the positive record overall. Although the high water mark did come earlier in the year, but I think I'll be able to hit it again. I don't know exactly what it was units-wise, but I think we're definitely below it right now. Okay, chugging along here. 3 minutes to go on the clock in the Delaware State game from what I'm seeing. The others are at about 4 or 5 minutes. Whoever's watching, shout out to you. We're just going to look at these lines, talk about them, and then quickly get out of here. Aiden 3 says, I found this because I was looking for someone talking about the LSU Clemson football game. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it right now, I'm sure. I covered, NFL and college football for years at my previous job. Aiden 3, I've been around a while, been around the block a few times in sports betting, and now this is the show I'm doing here. The LSU Clemson game, I did not follow college football this year for various reasons. I was focused entirely on baseball all the way through the World Series, and then after baseball ended, I was sort of decompressing a little bit, thinking about what I wanted to do next, and decided to focus exclusively on college basketball during this season. One thing I talk about all the time when it comes to sports betting in life in general, but specifically sports betting, of course, I say it all the time, and I don't care that I'm repeating myself again here to the regular viewers. One of the keys to success in life, and especially sports betting, don't bite off more than you can chew, right? And for a lot of people, definitely for me, college basketball itself is more than I can chew. So when I decided to focus on college basketball this year, I was like, I'm not going to look at NFL or college football or NBA or NHL or any of that, focusing just on college basketball. And I think that's definitely part of the reason why I've had the success that I've had so far. For people with models and just betting like robots, it can be a little bit different. Although, betting that way has its own pitfalls. That there are definitely a lot of people who just build a model and just do whatever the model spits out. But even those people say that they feel a little bit nervous about it and wish that they could be doing some kind of, eyeballing of what they're betting. in this part of the season. Okay, let's see. Other comments coming on? All right. Let's see. Nello Y says Pete is a halftime master with totals and live bets. Won't ever find anyone else doing this. Yeah. I don't know, master, but, good enough. Good enough to give public plays and to justify this show. A master? Maybe. It is a little bit like being a Shaolin monk, though. Sports betting. You hone your technique over time, over years and years and years. You never quite know when you're a master. It's a very subtle process of growing and becoming a positive EV sports bettor. Nothing is ever proven, only hinted at. In Kung Fu and in sports betting. No, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about here. All right. Where are we, damn it? Delaware State, 2 minutes to go. Oh, God. I hope there's at least one bet that's worthwhile out of these 4 games. This was just ridiculous. 8:33 p.m. And we're not even close. We still got minutes to go in all these games. Let's just see what we got. Bethune-Cookman blowing out Morgan State. Yeah, I like Morgan State here, but I also like the under. Delaware State, that's an interesting one right there. Hold on, I'm just looking at some numbers preemptively. Thinking about a preemptive strategy here. Howard winning. There might not be any halftime bets here, guys. But you understand that that's how this stuff goes, right? You understand how that's how this stuff goes, right? Oh, geez. Tito Band says, Pete, 0 Days is a must-watch. It's on YouTube. Okay. If someone in the comment section of one of my videos says something is a must-watch, I'm watching it. I'm watching it. Thank you, Tito Banton. I'm watching it right here. I'm putting it right under Loyola team total under 38. Thank you very much, Tito Banton. Okay. All right. Looking for some comments here, and then we'll just see if anyone's around when the set. Maybe I shouldn't have done a show tonight. I don't know. I just feel like I should do a show every weeknight, even if there's just 4 MEAC games. I mean, this is partially not my fault because I had no idea the MEAC games would go over by 20 minutes. Maybe I shouldn't do a show. Maybe it'd be better if I kept the content, more selective. I don't know. I feel like doing a show every weeknight is good, right? Maybe I shouldn't, though. Maybe I should keep them wanting more or something like that. I don't know. Every show is fun for me, though. You know what I mean? I enjoy myself. It's what I live for. How bad can life be when people are watching a video I'm in and saying that they look forward to it and stuff like that? Oh, Nello I says we should do a weekend show too. Nello I says always a show I look forward to it. Shout out to you, Nello I. All right, we got 28 people watching right now. We're gonna wrap this up very, very quickly. We're just gonna wait until the second halves come in. These MEAC games. I don't know. I'm looking at what I might be thinking about here. Yep. In the meantime, look at that. Loyola Maryland team total under. Yep. I knew it, man. That's what the numbers say. That's what the numbers said. I mean, it wasn't a big lean. Well, it wasn't a big edge, but that's what the numbers said. I mean, I got to start pulling the trigger way more than I've been doing and not being so hesitant. I'm just scanning all this, seeing if there's anything that might possibly be a play here. I don't know, man. There might be no plays, in which case, oof. In which case, only the true dedicated fans will be back tomorrow. And I'll appreciate every one of you. If we sit here for an hour and a half waiting for some MEAC second half lines and we don't even get any official bets from it. No, but seriously though, I did not. I was not aware of that. Is this always the case? Are these times always off? I don't follow the MEAC closely enough to know if they have if their reported start times are just wrong. Maybe they are. I don't remember that being the case. It wasn't that case last Monday, was it? I don't remember. All right, Delaware State and NC-A&T. It's about to come up. Let me just check something. Mm-hmm. I'm just observing some stuff right now. Hold on one second, please. I'm just looking at something right now. Pulling something up. Hold on one second. I'm still here. Sorry, I'm just looking at something. We'll be discussing these lines in a second. There really might not be a play though, because I'm glancing at them, trying to make some. Oof. I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm doing everything myself here. All right. We're going to shout out to you, Robbie Tagaloa. Shout out to you, Pete. Thanks for a show every day. Hello, Americans, Canadians, and Europeans watching you, Pete. Yes, I have an international appeal. I do. I know that. I've known that for quite a while. Kyle Leith, shout out to you. Deer Slayer Ski. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, we're waiting. We're waiting for some lines to come up. Okay. Delaware State game. Interesting. Wonder what this line is going to be. I know whatever it is, it's going to be a tough analysis here. Delaware State, probably my number is going to say is a play, although not a big one. Howard, plus 478. All right, let's look at that. Howard game is up. Wow, look at that. Howard winning. Pre-game numbers like SC State, halftime numbers like Howard. I hate seeing that. Damn it. And the total. Nothing. Absolutely nothing on this freaking game. Nothing on the Howard game. Pre-game numbers say under. Halftime numbers say pass on the total. God, nothing. You really can't force it. And I'm looking to force something right now. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm looking to force something right now. LOI says, Pete, you do your thing. We'll wait patiently. Oh, God. How am I so blessed to have people support me like that? Shout out to you, LOI. There might be a surprise or two in store in the very near future as far as humorous facial hair or presentation is concerned. We'll see. I would force something on this game. I would. I can't. The numbers say nothing. The numbers say nothing. This is one of those situations where pregame likes the under, halftime likes the over. The game is obviously higher scoring than was expected by the market. Second half is probably going to be roughly the same, but the second half total is obviously at 78, a very high total. My numbers say nothing. Spread, same deal. Pregame like South Carolina State. The numbers that are based on the pregame analysis like South Carolina State here, -4. The halftime numbers like Howard at +4. Cancel each other out. Could not even force something. On the Loyola Maryland game, I could have forced an under on the Loyola Maryland team total under. This one, can't force anything. Can't do it. All right, 3 other games, hopefully. Let's look at Bethune-Cookman, -0.5 at 81.5. Look at that. Bethune-Cookman, -0.5 at 81.5. Okay. What do the numbers say? Well, slightly into the under at 81.5. But that's very small. And the spread. Jesus. Nothing. Pre-game likes Morgan State. Halftime says pass. The number is also slightly into Bethune-Cookman at under 41 as well, but wow, someone just hit the over pretty hard on Howard, South Carolina State. Okay. I'm just looking at more stuff. Hold on one second. Might not be any plays here. The 4 MEAC games. That will be a big disappointment. I understand. I get it. Yeah, the Bethune-Cookman game, nothing. I mean, I'm not going to bet it. I can't in good conscience recommend anything. Sorry, I'm just looking, trying to force something here. Can't do it. Look at another one very soon. 21 people watching. Soon we're going to be down to single digits. That's okay. We few, we happy few. We bored, we happy bored. All right, let's see. Doing this all myself, folks. God, there's just nothing here, man. We bored, we happy bored. 2 other games. Let's see if something comes up from either of those. I mean, we bored few. Ugh, Jesus. Can't even get my jokes right. Okay, Delaware State, +2 and 83.5. Let's look at that. Pre-game likes Delaware State. Halftime doesn't really, though. Mm-hmm. Mm. All right, it's not great, but just for the sake of giving a play, I'll make it an official play. Delaware State +2, graded small, definitely. This is a stretch, but I'll make it an official play. Delaware State +2, small, tiny. I'll make that one an official play. Total on this one, nothing. Let's quickly look at the Eastern Shore game just to see if there's anything there. Probably not, but let's check it out. Let's see, 3.5 and 68. Man, not much here either. Pre-game likes NC Central a little bit. Halftime likes Eastern Shore a little bit. Actually, halftime likes Eastern Shore an okay amount. This might be a play. Hold on. Hold on. Did not think we were going to be here till 9 o'clock. I'm pissed off. I might boycott the MEAC for the entire season now. And I'm also pissed off that they don't have much betting value, unlike the MEAC or the Sun Belt, which are awesome conferences for halftime bets. Awesome conferences for halftime bets. Let's quickly check something. Eastern Shore might be a play. I mean, it'll be graded small if it is, but okay, yeah, Eastern Shore +3.5. That'll be an official play as well. And it's going to be small or actually. Numbers kind of like it. The pregame numbers don't, but the halftime numbers like it a decent amount. All right, I'm going to grade that one medium small. Maryland Eastern Shore +3.5, medium small. And the total, nothing. All right. Delaware State +2 small. Maryland Eastern Shore +3.5 medium small. We only had 4 games to look at in this shit conference. Every game's probably fixed as hell in this shit conference. LOI, official play graded medium. No, medium small. Medium small, LOI. Medium small. Lynn Tyra, great show, even if there are no plays. Thank you, Lynn Tyra. That's the kind of shit I needed to see. You know what I mean? We had these shows. The MEAC game started half an hour after they were supposed to. I said a few interesting things, a few jokes. I missed my words up in some of those jokes, though. Gave a couple picks on this shit conference. Hopefully they'll at least split. Just feeling a little bit annoyed right now. And then I see something like that from Lynn Tyra. Thank you so much, Lynn Tyra. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Nello I. It's graded medium small, not medium. Medium small. Kyle Lee says, thanks, Pete. I will be back tomorrow. There you go, Kyle Lee. Kyle Lee, tomorrow, I don't know if tomorrow is going to be a good show or not. It's going to be better than this one, though. The games are going to start on time. There's going to be more games to look at. There's probably going to be at least one or two plays that I feel really confident about. The jokes will probably be, at least a little bit better. Shout out to you, Kyle Leith. Matt Thames, can't wait till tomorrow and kill it. Shout out to you, Matt Thames. Matt Therns. All right. Thomas Demetro, can you show the screen? What screen are you talking about? I don't know what screen you're talking about. All right. Okay. That's it. That's it for today's show. Shout out to everyone who watched. Shout out to everyone who got any tiny little thing out of this show. If you did, I hope the picks at least go 1-1. Rich G says, "Thank you, Pete. I'm here for the comedy and the plays." Shout out. See, that's why I'm so annoyed at myself that I said we bored, we happy bored. No, it's we bored few. You know the joke? I'm always saying we few, we happy few. From fucking Richard the Fourth or Richard the Fifth or whatever it is from Shakespeare. We few, we happy few, and then we bored few. That's funny, but I said we bored, we happy bored. Fucking fucked up the joke, man. There you go. Shout out to you, Brian Smith. Shout out to you, Nello I. Shout out to you, Leonard Porsche. And I did give some plays from the later games, which might be losing picks, but at least I gave them, right? I didn't have a good show. They're all delayed. All these games are delayed. What is this? Coppin State delayed. There you go. Coppin State. What did I tell you? Coppin State team total under. That one is looking very low scoring there. What is this? They're all like watching the Clemson game. How can all these college basketball games be delayed? Fuck this conference, the MEAC. I'll still cover it, but I got a bone to pick with his MEAC conference. All right, that's it. That's it for today's show. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks a lot, everyone.